Whenever you're trying to solve a difficult problem, the best approach is to take an unemotional or impartial approach to it. That means that when you're faced with a challenge, the first thing you should do is to try to figure out what the most unemotional or impartial response would be. That may sound like a strange way to approach things, but let me explain. Challenges and problems are inevitable parts of the human experience, and how we respond to them has a major impact on our lives. Our natural instinct is often to respond emotionally to challenges. When we're happy, we laugh. When we're sad, we cry. When we're angry, we shout or scream. And when we're afraid, we run away or freeze in place. But these emotional responses don't always help us. In fact, they can sometimes make things worse. Let's say, for example, that you're at work and you get into a heated argument with a colleague. Your boss asks you to come into his office to try to get to the bottom of the issue. What kind of response would be most helpful in this situation? Well, an emotional response like anger or resentment would not be helpful. It would actually be detrimental, because it would make your boss think that you weren't being reasonable. The best response in this situation would be an unemotional one, like calmly explaining what happened from your point of view. Now, I know that taking an unemotional approach to problems might sound cold or heartless, but that's not the case at all. In fact, there's nothing wrong with being emotional. In many situations, emotions can be helpful guides that tell us how we should act. When we feel fear, for example, it often motivates us to take action. We might feel fear when we're faced with a challenge, and that fear can push us to find creative solutions and take risks. The key is to remember that emotions aren't always accurate or reliable. They can be influenced by all sorts of things, like our mood, our past experiences, and our biases. That's important to take a step back and try to be as unemotional as possible when faced with a challenge. When we do this, we're able to think more clearly and rationally and come up with the best possible solution. So the next time you face a difficult problem, take a deep breath. Calm down and think about what the most impartial response would be. You might be surprised at how much better you perform under pressure.